Hello there. A kind of weird video, this one. I see a lot of complaints about this game. An awful lot. And it confuses me because, yes, there are a lot of problems with this game, but I almost never see people complaining about the right things, or if they are complaining about the right things, they're complaining about them in the wrong way, right? I see people complaining about anti-air being very good, or being very toxic. And the reality is, it's not really the anti-air's fault, it's the damage model. It's the lag, there's so many other issues, right? You shoot if I shoot an XM246 in the turret with a heat FS, it should die. No questions asked, it's dead. It should be overpressured, it should be hull broken. It should be dead. If I shoot a Gepard in the hull with a 76mm dart, it should probably be dead as well. Unless I hit like the engine or something, right? But that's not the reality. The reality is you just take hits left and right and the radar absorbs the damage, or you just kill one of the crew members in the turret. I'm sorry, but the crew members are so close in these AA's turrets that both of them should die in one shot. 99% of the time, right? But the way modules work in this game are absolutely insane. They just absorb damage, right? They do. The modules literally absorb damage. If there is a crewman behind a crewman, you will hit that crewman, kill the gunner or the commander, and the dude behind him will survive. Okay, that's an issue. That's a big issue, right? Crewmen taking 3 7.62s and still being alive. A crewman taking a 50 caliber machine gun and surviving is bull. I don't care where you got hit with the 50 cal. If you got shot in the arm with the 50 cal, the arm's coming off. And I would really like to see that crew member still using the gun with one arm. I would really love to see a Guardian employee strapped to the Gepard after taking multiple 50 cals to the arm. Okay? Anyway, this is besides the point. I don't think AA is the problem. I think there are a lot of other problems. I also think Gaijin deciding what gets what ammunition and how much of it is a joke. I think how much of what ammunition you take should be up to you, right? As the player. It shouldn't be up to Gaijin. The fact that I think the Gepard here, this is one of the most advanced anti-airs in the entire world. Should be 9.7, but it should get as much APDS as it wants. I don't know if it gets darts in real life, but if it gets darts, it should get darts. The automatic top tier anti-air for Italy. Why the hell does it not get an unlimited darts for its 76, yet I don't know, the 2S38 being premium Russian, of course. The Russian buys the premium, of course. Why does that get as many darts as it wants, or as how many HEVTs as it wants? It's bull. It's absolutely bull. I think a lot needs to be changed. I also think they're basing vehicles' battle ratings based on the people who play them, not off the vehicles themselves and how good they actually are. The M163 does not deserve to be 7.3. It's in a weird battle rating because there's so many heavy tanks, I can't really kill a lot of these heavy tanks. So it doesn't look like it's very good. But do you seriously, look me in the eye, seriously tell me that an M163 Vulcan with a tracking radar should be in the same battle rating bracket as a turboprop from World War II, like the TA-152? Get out of here, bro. Get out of here! I don't know what you're smoking, but you're smoking something. You're smoking something, mate. Now, M163, 8.3, right? I know, crazy stuff. Should be 8.3, where it can see late, like World War II jets, right? If it goes down, but it should be going up against what it really should be going up against, right? Artillery. The damage model for artillery is so conked. It is so wrong, bro. So, time and time again, we've seen 155s and above demolish tanks with even near hits. Dead. The crewmen are dead. The tank is dead. It's gone. They shouldn't be surviving direct hits to the track, right? Because the track module absorbed all the damage. Get out of here, mate. Go get yourself, mate. Get out of here. Uninstall. What it really should be doing is, it's a guaranteed kill if you hit anywhere near someone, right? But you got like a 30-second reload. So basically, the Sturm Tiger. Is the Sturm Tiger really that overpowered? I don't think so. And besides, artillery do not belong where they are anyway. The Panzer 2000 really should belong at like 10.7 or 11.0. But it can't do its role It's forced to be a tank destroyer instead of an artillery piece. Should I make it so I get a top-down view like War of the Tanks? No. That's the most cancerous part about War of the Tanks is the artillery. No, that's not how you do it. Okay? Maybe you add a mode where you can have a look at, you can click on the map and it gives you an estimation of range on the map. Maybe make maps for top tier, make it so the Paladin, instead of making it 6.0, is all of a sudden like 9.7, but it can actually be an artillery piece and shoot 9 kilometers away. I don't know. Maybe we have some infantry that, infantry that spawn, right? If you're spawning in an IFV, you get infantry inside of your carrier, and you spawn separately to where the MBTs are, and you fight other IFVs that are at the battle rating they should be, and they have a role to do. Their role is to kill, maybe take out an emplacement or take the city. Maybe the city is where the IFVs spawn, and the plains are where the tanks spawn. Okay? And then there are AI that you can take out, like anti-tank guns around the spawn, for example. Okay, and when you're killing those, it gets rid of the enemy tickets. Is that the whole objective of the game? No, you can still have your ABC, you can still have your A point, but it gives more variety to the game itself. Dude, this thing is so overpowered. Oh, goodness. I just shot his barrel directly and... okay. I just shot his barrel directly and did nothing. Thanks, Guardian, for the pay to win. I know I'm using a term 3, which is also pay to win, but like, be for real. Be for real. Oh my goodness. And this is a failed game, right? And I don't want War Thunder to take many things from Heroes and Generals, but the concept drew a lot of people into War of Heroes and Generals, okay? And it's one of the reasons why Foxhole does so well to this day, right? And that is a larger conflict. When they brought out World War Mode, which, by the way, they've been promising World War Mode since the game released back in like 2014. Like, I remember seeing World War Mode when I was playing, right? This is what I don't understand. Is they haven't even been making steps towards something that would make World War Mode great. See, one of the reasons why World War Mode sucked was research, right? You didn't get very much research, and you didn't get effective research because they had a rank penalty. And 2, no one was invested in the match. No one was invested in the outcome of the strategy part of the game, because it was like there were thousands of battles and soldiers would just be going into like different like campaigns. It needs to be one massive campaign that everyone is a part of. And maybe even have like a strategy part of the game where you have like a new currency and you have like a, you can control regiments around, battalions, stuff like that, And everyone gets like 3 or 4 regiments or something like that, and you can move them around just like you could in Heroes and Generals. And when when an infantry and a tank regiment engage each other, there is a battle for that. And they have game modes for that. Maybe even, I don't know, using like generated maps, to change depending on like where the battle was, like kind of like Total War. I don't know if you guys have played Total War, but like the old Total War games, like they change the map depending on where the battle was. I thought that was incredibly cool. They could do that. It's possible. I saw someone for Gates of Hell. Call to Arms Gates of Hell. They had a modder, a singular man, a modder was able to make like a third-party extension to the game that was able to do that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yet one of the most profitable games, like, period, can't do it. And yeah, like, War Thunder is in the top 100 most profitable games for Steam, not including, the PlayStation Store, the Xbox Store, their own, like, store, the marketplace. Like, the amount of money they have, there's nothing stopping them from fleshing out the game more, but they just don't for some reason. It's like they assume that they have a perfect game and they don't need to develop on it. This Gaijin could make quite possibly one of the best games in the entire world if they just developed it. Where's the ammo on that dude? I don't remember. I think it's like there. Doesn't matter, I need to shoot there. Gunner loader. Does he have Commander's Override? I don't think so. Oh, he does. very lucky you didn't use it. I feel like I hear someone behind me. I do. See, this is silly. A skink fighting a turn 3? Silly. See, now that is even more silly. He survived a heater fest to the turret. He should be just overpressured. It should just overpressure. Damn, just shot me on the move. Didn't even get the cap, which is unfortunate. Would have really liked getting that. There's so many. I mean, it's just so annoying because I can go on like what I could do personally. What I could do. Obviously, I would. A couple things I would do is I would remove the rank penalty, and I would instead change the modifiers for research accordingly. Right. So like lower tiered vehicles might have a lower research modifier. Right. In tune with their vehicles having less research to get. Right. Where the top tier vehicles, could. They take just as much research as they take now, but the modifiers are doubled or tripled, right? And there should be vehicles that you don't research necessarily, but vehicles that you can earn through participating in these world wars, Maybe helping win a certain amount of battles, or maybe your specific units that you commanded around, getting... Yeah, let's think, for example, you have this big Normandy 1944 mode, right? And it's like the entire Western Front or something, right? Maybe even Sicily and Italy and stuff like that. And if you participate in if your units, your like real-time strategy units that you come in around the map, they win 5 games, you get access to the Panzer II-L, the Panzer II Lux, for example. Now you've got you got a cool event vehicle. Bada bing, bada boom. And you still have random battles that you can play, right? But random battles will become secondary to the larger war. I think that would be the best way to implement this. Is that the random battles, maybe even you could quick match into the World War match if you don't care about the outcome or anything like that, and you just want to play a game, right? And the random battles could be a part of that too. And if you're so worried about queue times, you make it so you can be like, oh, I can participate in any random World War mode that is using my vehicles, or go into a random battle, and it'll put you in the game, into the queue, regardless, right? But that's just too much to ask for. It's crazy because it's almost like the only people left working at Gaijin are like the 3D modelers, the people who make the tanks, who like make the premium tanks to sell. It's like the people who actually make the game modes are gone. They don't exist anymore. Like the people who do the War Thunder game modes, they left. Okay, Air RB, bro, that is so the game modes in Air RB are a shadow of their former self. They are a genuine shadow of what they used to be. It used to be so much fun. Oh, god damn it. I was actually very close to whipping him just then, but I shouldn't regret turning my tank the way I did because it probably saved my life. Is that Lorraine going to jump on him? Oh, please tell me he's going to jump on him. Ah, he just shot him. I hear someone to my left, I think. Oh, goodness. The physics really need to work on as well. But the people who worked on the physics also seem to be away. It's almost like War Thunder is running on a skeleton crew just to like maximize the amount of money the game makes. It's kind of crazy. Wow. Oh, wait, let's look at my gunner. Oopsies. That's really silly of me. I don't know what happened to his first missile, why it went so far over my head. What the hell? go with the M48 again. Or maybe the DF105. Yeah, I'll do the DF105. And I don't mind that Gaijin adds in these, like, really good premium vehicles, right? That just genuinely are good, right? They're good vehicles. But I don't like how much they're priced. And I know Gaijin's not going to change the price just because I said so, but the amount that you're getting for the money that you're spending is just not worth it. It's really not. It would mean more if you could use those vehicles in like a larger grand scheme of things. But considering some vehicles cost as much as like brand new AAA games, I mean, that is just really something. This is a bit of a rant game, I know. Well, not a bit of it, it's a lot of a rant game. But I figured I could just rant while I play the game. You know, just kind of be chill, don't really try too hard, just mess around a little bit. Probably going to lose C soon, so I'm actually going to decap this and go straight to C. Oh, come on. That's not great. I feel like I should have checked down that road, but I mean, the chances of there being 3 tanks left alive, half of their entire team is there. God damn, bro. God damn, we're about to lose C soon, I bet you. I bet you $1,000, bro, we're gonna lose C. God damn it. Do I have a laser rangefinder on this? Damn. That Orugan should have bombed C a lot earlier. But he probably doesn't look like he had bombs. Yeah, look at that team, bro. Just keep spawning in my team. There's so many things they could do to cut back on one death levers, but I just feel like they're just so scared to do something about it, you know? Like, in Enlisted, they've actually got a really cool thing where if you leave the game before it's over, you get a research penalty. And it's not big, it's like 10-20%. But that's what it should be. If you leave a game after, you know, before you're ready to leave, or if you go into a match with only one vehicle and nothing else, massive rank penalty, right? So massive research penalty. If you leave after dying once, massive research penalty. At least twice. At least bring 2 vehicles in and spawn in twice, right? But if they don't want to penalize, why don't they just increase a reward? Make it so, let's say each kill that you get per spawn, well, let's say if you spawn once, you get a kill, 10% research. You spawn twice, get another kill, 10% research. Each time you spawn and you get a kill. To make it so it just gives you more research for each new vehicle you spawn. It won't be worth it to hold J out spawn on the vehicle because that 9 kill 100% bonus is worth more, right? So you won't go out of your way to kill yourself, but wouldn't it just make sense to reward people for staying in the match, to trying again? And it's cumulative, it adds up. It would stop one death levers. It would make the game more fun. And trust me, the game I just played was way more fun than any game that I've played, like where I've spawned in once or twice and then left. Okay, that was so much fun. Even though I think the first life I had with the Gepard, I got like 1 kill and I died or something. Actually, no, I didn't. I didn't even get a kill on my first life. I immediately died. Imagine if I left that match. I wouldn't have gotten to enjoy that. Anyway, that's my gripes about the game. I don't think the Gepard, I don't think they should care about the Gepard as much about the way they think they should. I think they should do something about the damage model in this game being broken, especially with light vehicles just taking heat. I think that hull break was preferable, even though it was kind of cracked sometimes shooting things like Centauros. Centauros shouldn't be hull broken. These things should be. You shouldn't be hull broken by getting shot in the engine, but you should be hull broken by getting shot in the turret, for example. Because I know for a fact if this thing got shot by a heat FS in the turret, it won't be fucking working, I can tell you that much. And yeah, that's it. Maybe give it full APDS belts and put it to 9.7, 10.7, I don't know. Enjoy your days, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.